Hey guys, just hit 148,000 miles in the Lexus GX 460 and I thought it was time for an update. I've owned this car now this is going on my third year. It's been 2 full years and I bought it 121,000 miles. It has been fantastic. One of my favorite vehicles I've ever owned. And recently I just fixed one of the most annoying problems that I've had with this throughout my ownership. I've had the most difficult time getting tires balanced on this, and because this is a bigger, heavier SUV, the wheel and tire package on this is 65 pounds or so. It's been a little bit tedious, a little bit difficult, and I'll just cut to the chase. The trick is get it road forced balanced. Don't cheap out, don't go with standard balancing when you're mounting tires on these GXs or any Toyota truck product. You gotta go road force. I did a couple rotations with these new Cooper Discover AT34S tires. I got them from Tire Rack. I've been testing them for about a season. They've been fantastic, but the last rotation I put them on and I just had a little bit of a vibration in the front wheels. Then I went and got them balanced on a Hunter Road Force Elite balancer, and perfect. No issues, no vibrations. I can drive this thing across the country now in complete comfort. So let's see here, what else is new with this? Not much. I mean, it's a insanely reliable, comfortable, just great to drive vehicle. I have thoroughly enjoyed owning this, and I use it all the time for mountain biking. I throw my bikes in the back, fold the seats down. It's just enjoyable to drive if I want something a little bit more comfortable. It's a beast in the winter. I was thinking that I'd be road tripping this quite a bit this summer, but looks like we're going to be taking a press car here down to Dallas later in the year, and not this. So I don't know, I'm not driving this as much as I used to, and I really do want to hold on to it though. So hopefully I can get another year or so use out of this thing, and I wouldn't mind selling it and getting one that's been modified a little bit instead of having to do all the modifications myself. So we'll see. Honestly, this is pretty much everything I want to do to this GX right now. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Everything else that I have done is just maintenance, updating the maintenance. I did most recently I resurfaced the front rotors, and that took out a vibration under braking, where there was just some uneven pad distribution on the front rotor. And otherwise it was just changing fluids, diff, transfer case, transmission fluid, all that stuff, grease the yokes, drive shafts. Pretty basic stuff on a car that, you know, is over 100,000 miles. Probably one of my favorite things about this GX has been the Mark Levinson sound system. It's fantastic. It's just a really, really nice speaker setup. It's incredibly soothing and easy to listen to. It's very clear, great tones. It's very enjoyable. One of my favorite sound systems in any vehicle. And the comfort that you get in this GX from the cooled seats, the heated steering wheel in the winter. You know, when I was shopping these cars, they were the same prices as FJs, Tacomas, 4Runners. 4Runners were actually more expensive for the year and miles. And I got into this GX and I test drove it, and I just couldn't believe what you're getting. You're getting a V8, you get more power, the same 4-wheel drive system, off-road capability. You can add crawl control to this thing in the aftermarket if you really want to. But it's just been such a great vehicle to own, and this thing mostly saw highway miles. It was originally a Nevada car, I believe, Nevada or Oklahoma. And then it spent a year in Ann Arbor, Michigan in the Rust Belt, and then I bought it. I've been keeping up with my rust proofing undercoating every fall before the winter hits, and then doing kind of touch-ups throughout the season. I didn't really have to replace much. I replaced the sway bar bushings on all 4 corners. Pretty common failure point for this platform and higher miles, especially with off-road use. And had a little bit of a leak in the sunroof, but I just kind of cleaned out the drain on the passenger side, and that solved that problem. Otherwise, that's about it. This thing has been just awesome. Oil changes, basic maintenance that you would have to kind of do on any higher mileage vehicle. But once you get that stuff sorted, this thing drives like brand new. Every year or so, we get into a brand new Lexus GX 460, and you can see that they've made some changes, like they changed the cup holders, and they've made some tweaks to the infotainment system, added Apple CarPlay most recently, made the front bumper bigger and lower and uglier, and you get back into this and it feels about the same. And for a quarter of the price of a new one, I am so pleased with this car. So it's been really, really fun owning this thing. And like I said, I would like to get a little bit more use out of it. But at some point, probably going to want something a little bit more fuel efficient and modern with Apple CarPlay. But who knows? I kind of wouldn't mind getting another GX down the road that's a little bit newer, a little bit fresher, and has some modifications on it. That would be really fun. Do I really need that? Not particularly. My dad's FJ can kind of do all the off-roading stuff. And do I really need to turn a GX into the same thing? Not really, but it would be cool and it would be fun. And honestly, here in Michigan, unless if you're seeking off-road situations out purposefully, the stock GX in its standard form, regular lift height, is perfect. I've never run into an issue out west, in western Michigan, up north in the UP, where I really needed more ground clearance or capability than this thing has stock. If I lived in Colorado or out west, that would be a different story, but right now, this thing is perfect. Pretty much the only off-road modification I really need to do to this is driver mod. I'm not too experienced driving off-road, and if you pick your lines carefully and delicately, you can navigate a stock vehicle around most situations pretty well. We have taken this to the sand dunes in Silver Lake a few times, and that has been pretty cool. And this handled it pretty well. Like my BRZ, I have appreciated the simplicity to this GX. The way the cruise control operates, a lot of the buttons, everything is just, it's simple, it's there, it's visible. Yeah, there are some nice luxury features. Besides the climate control and your audio controls, which are pretty archaic, there isn't really a whole lot of features hidden in the infotainment that you need a lot. It is a little bit difficult to change tracks and do things for the passenger, but once you get the hang of it, this is such a dated system, it's great. It's kind of charming because I didn't pay a lot for this vehicle, but if I had a brand new GX and I had something like this, I'd be a little bit, not as happy about it. Fuel economy is always kind of the elephant in the room with these SUVs, and I probably average between 16 to 18 miles to the gallon on this. If I'm doing highway driving, road trips, it's 20-21 mpg, which is pretty awesome. If I'm speeding, I'm in a hurry, 19, but I put premium in this. It costs a little extra every year, about another $500. And I'd have run regular in this for a couple tanks. One tank I just didn't have a choice. That's all that was available at the station, and I was on empty. and it runs fine. It's okay. You can definitely feel there's a little bit less power. You can, you know, feel the engine pulling timing, and you know, if you're just putzing around, it's probably not going to hurt anything. Some people run these for tens or hundreds of thousands of miles on regular fuel, but because it says it's required, and because this engine was designed to run on premium just to be smoother, quieter over time, over its life of a few 100,000 miles or more, I feel like the extra $500 a year is probably worth it. And I don't really drive this as much as I used to, so really I like putting the good stuff in it. This V8 is just, it's a sweetheart. It's such a great engine. I'll be sad to see this go in the next generation GX, but it's so nice that they've kept it running all these years. In this generation, it's a really, really great engine. It sounds awesome. It's got nice power delivery. I wish it were a little torquier in the lower RPMs, but it has no problem revving. The 6-speed auto is responsive. It's quick to shift. You're not hunting around for gears a lot. After a couple transmission drain and fills, it shifts like a brand new GX 6-speed here. It's great. Alright guys, we'll wrap it up there. Let me know if you have any questions about this GX. Just kind of wanted to make an update video. It's been a little while. We're also getting a Toyota 4Runner in later this week, and I think it might be an interesting comparison, kind of comparing that 4Runner to this GX and seeing how they stack up. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.